All right, so James Street, you guys have been here for just over a year. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
What was the impetus or the reason for coming to James Street itself?
Hamilton's where Aaron and I met. We met while we were both in university in 2006, 2007. It's an exciting area of the city. We're surrounded by so many like-minded businesses that are, creative. And whether that's, businesses that have been here for, 15 years that are rooted in the arts, or new businesses that are restaurants that their art is on a plate, or for us our art is in a glass and on a plate.
So there seems to be a lot of brewing happening in Hamilton, and everybody seems to be getting their own slice of the pie. There's some high quality stuff going out there. Does anybody ever feel like you guys have some sort of competition going on in this area, or how's it all work?
No, it's really nice because it's not a competition. What we're really lucky to have here in Hamilton is this communal and collaborative relationship, and I think especially so in Hamilton because it's so new, and we're lucky that the bar is quite high. We're really proud of the other brewers in the area as well, and so it makes it really easy for us to be excited about the scene that we have developing here, where we can talk to someone that's had a couple of pints here and they're talking about going to another brewery, and we can say yeah, you should, this is where you should head, you should try that one beer too specifically, and that makes it exciting, and that makes for a really strong scene.
So where's it go from here?
We're going to keep doing a lot of what we're doing, and that is keeping it interesting. We have 10 lines here that we are continually changing. 3 stay the same. We've got 3 brands that we like to have as a really core representation of what Merit is. But then we've got 7 lines to play with, and this place is supposed to be a playground. And so is the menu. The menu evolves monthly. Our draft list changes almost weekly sometimes.
What's your go-to method for getting the sausages done out the door and at their flavor height?
All of our sausages are fully smoked. We got them up to a temperature of 165. So even our retail sausage you can take home and heat right up. Basically the juiciest sausage. You want a juicy sausage, right?
That's it?
That's the goal. Also pairing those sausages with the beers that we're putting out. So we got our Shannon with the butter chicken. That's kind of a no-brainer pairing.
Okay.
But we're also working with Spinney now, the brewer, our brewer, to launch beers that are going to launch with our sausages.
And what sausages have we got on the table?
So we got going on right here. This is one of our flagship sausages. It's the butter chicken I was talking about earlier that pairs really nice with our Shannon dry hop saison. We do a tikka masala on top of that with chutney that we make in-house.
Okay.
It's mango chutney, onion, some fresh garlic in there. The naan is obviously a no-brainer for that sausage. Next up, it's our newest sausage. It's actually a Peking duck sausage.
Oh, nice.
It's got hoisin in there. That's going to give it a little bit of a caramelized flavor.
Nice.
So with this one, we just go super simple. Julienne cucumber, which we do fresh daily. This here's just our cherry plum sauce.
Okay.
Everything again in-house. And we just top that with some crispy noodles.
Nice touch.
Super simple, but it's a beauty.
What were some of the early beers, and do they still exist today in the lineup?
Interesting. That's a good question. I've never been asked that question yet here at Merit. I guess it's kind of like a combination of everything. You try an ESB first, and then all of a sudden now, fast forward, say 15 years later, all of a sudden now we're here at this East Coast phenomena of being super juicy, fruity IPAs. I think everything kind of builds on itself. And in terms of recipe production and creating flavor for Merit, it didn't exist until we had everything else sorted, because that was something that we didn't have to worry about. You get your base knowledge, and it's kind of cool with brewing is that you have that, who knows, plus 10,000 years of brewing history, styles, regions, countries, and also now rediscovering recipes that didn't exist over the past couple hundred years that we just forgot about. We knew we wanted to expose people to bigger flavors, but also subtlety, traditions with barrel aging, some sour stuff, and then also infusing, well, I guess, the culinary aspect of everything. Making the liquids the easy part. It's everything else that comes after it. We don't want to take over the world. This is Hamilton. This is our home. This is where we live, and there's no point in me sending beer farther than an hour and a half away, 2 hours away, because there's another local flavor that far away as well.